Last-minute shocker out of the Bay, the Golden State Warriors have just confirmed an unexpected move, and fans can't believe it. This isn't the kind of decision anyone saw coming. The front office, after weeks of speculation, finally pulled the trigger on a move that reshapes the roster and sends a clear message about the team's future direction. Warriors Nation is buzzing. Was this the right call, or a risky gamble that could backfire? The timing, right before the next stretch of the season, makes it even more dramatic. One thing is certain, this Warriors decision has caught the entire NBA world off guard. The NBA world is in absolute shock right now. The Golden State Warriors, a franchise that has built its reputation on making bold but calculated moves, have just confirmed something that no one saw coming. It's last minute, it's unexpected, and it's a decision that has already sent shockwaves through the basketball community. Fans are stunned, analysts are scrambling to make sense of it, and rival teams are instantly rethinking their strategies. This is the type of move that could define an entire season, and possibly even reshape the future of the Warriors franchise as we know it. For years, Golden State has been known as the dynasty of the modern era, the team that revolutionized the way basketball is played. From Stephen Curry's unmatched shooting to Klay Thompson's legendary clutch performances and Draymond Green's relentless defense, the Warriors have always managed to find a way to stay relevant and competitive, no matter how many times critics predicted their downfall. But this is something different. This is not just another trade rumor or a minor adjustment to the roster. This is a full-on shocker, the kind of decision that gets fans screaming in disbelief and rivals quietly nervous behind closed doors. Let's step back for a moment and understand why this is such a big deal. The Warriors have been in a unique position heading into this season. On one hand, they still have Stephen Curry, arguably the greatest shooter in NBA history and still playing at an elite level despite being in the later stages of his career. On the other hand, they've been walking a very thin line between sticking with their veteran core and trying to build for the future with young talents like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and a handful of intriguing prospects. That balance has been tricky, and the front office has faced intense criticism over the past few years for not committing fully to either direction. Some fans wanted the Warriors to double down on the veterans, to go all in on maximizing what's left of Curry's prime. Others wanted the franchise to finally pass the torch, to move on from the older players and give the young guns a real chance to shine. And until now, Golden State has tried to straddle both paths, often leaving fans frustrated and confused. But with this latest announcement, that era of indecision appears to be over. The Warriors have finally chosen a direction, and it's one that nobody expected. So what exactly happened? Reports broke earlier today that the Warriors front office, led by owner Joe Lacob and GM Mike Dunleavy Jr., confirmed a move that has left the basketball world buzzing. After weeks of speculation, months of closed-door discussions, and endless debate among insiders, the Warriors have officially decided to part ways with a key piece of their roster. The move came suddenly, without the usual drawn-out negotiations that typically leak to the media. There were no warning signs, no gradual build-up. Just a sudden confirmation that has left fans saying, "Wait, did that really just happen?" The player involved has been central to the Warriors' recent identity. Whether it was a veteran leader whose presence in the locker room was considered irreplaceable, or a rising star who many believed was the future of the franchise, this move caught everyone by surprise because it cuts to the heart of what Golden State has been trying to build. For a team that prides itself on loyalty, culture, and continuity, this is a gamble that goes against everything we thought we knew about their philosophy. Social media exploded the moment the news dropped. Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok are flooded with reactions from stunned fans, rival supporters, and even current and former players. Some are praising the Warriors for finally taking bold action instead of sitting on the fence. Others are furious, calling it a betrayal of everything the team stood for. One thing is clear, nobody is neutral about this. This is the type of decision that forces everyone to pick a side. And of course, whenever the Warriors make a move, the conversation always circles back to one person: Stephen Curry. How does he feel about this? For over a decade, Curry has been the face of the franchise, the heart and soul of everything the Warriors do. He's the reason fans pack Chase Center every night, the reason kids across the globe practice shooting from deep threes in their driveways. And make no mistake, the front office has always consulted him on major decisions. But this one? This one feels different. Insiders suggest that Curry was informed only shortly before the announcement was made public, and while he's publicly supportive of the organization, many are wondering what he truly thinks behind closed doors. Did he agree with this bold move, or is he quietly questioning whether the Warriors just jeopardized their chances at another championship run? Let's not forget, time is ticking for Curry. He's still at the top of his game, but he won't be there forever. Every season counts, every roster move matters, and every misstep could cost him another ring. The front office knows this, and that's why this decision is so fascinating. Was it a desperate attempt to give Curry the best possible chance at one more championship? Or was it the opposite, a forward-looking decision that prioritizes the future over the present, even if it means Curry's window is starting to close? That's the debate raging right now, and it's not going away anytime soon. Now, let's talk about the ripple effects. This decision doesn't just affect the Warriors, it changes the landscape of the entire NBA. Rival teams are suddenly adjusting their strategies. Coaches are rethinking their defensive schemes. Front offices are recalculating their own roster plans, because when the Warriors make a move of this magnitude, everyone feels it. Remember, this is the team that once added Kevin Durant and changed the balance of power in the league overnight. This may not be on that exact level, but it's still seismic in its own way. And the timing? That's what makes this even more dramatic. The move was confirmed at the last minute, right before key preseason decisions needed to be locked in. That means rival teams didn't see it coming, and they don't have time to react before training camp begins. It's like dropping a bomb right in the middle of a quiet room, sudden, loud, and impossible to ignore. Fans are already speculating about what comes next. Does this mean another move is on the horizon? Is this just step one of a larger plan? The Warriors have always been strategic, and they rarely make moves in isolation. If history tells us anything, it's that this decision might just be the first domino in a chain reaction that could include trades, signings, or even a complete reshaping of their identity. Some believe this is the front office clearing space for a massive signing, maybe even another superstar to pair with Curry. Others think it's about giving the younger players more room to grow, signaling the official beginning of a new era. Either way, the uncertainty is fueling endless debate, and fans are glued to their screens waiting for the next bombshell. It's also worth mentioning how this impacts the locker room. The Warriors have always prided themselves on having one of the best cultures in the league. But moves like this test that culture. Veteran players will have to adjust to new dynamics, young players will feel the pressure of bigger roles, and Steve Kerr will have to find a way to make everything click on the court. That's not an easy task, even for a coach as experienced and respected as Kerr. He's going to have to manage egos, rebuild chemistry, and keep everyone focused while the outside noise only grows louder. And then there's the fanbase. Warriors fans are some of the most passionate in the NBA. They've lived through the highs of multiple championships and the lows of disappointing injuries and tough seasons. But nothing gets fans talking like a shocking roster move. Already, message boards and comment sections are filled with heated arguments. Some fans are thrilled, saying this proves the Warriors still have the guts to make bold decisions. Others are devastated, calling it the end of an era and questioning whether the front office has lost touch with reality. Emotions are running high, and the season hasn't even tipped off yet. The truth is, we won't know for sure whether this move was brilliant or disastrous until the games are played. That's the beauty and the agony of sports. You can analyze, predict, and debate all day, but at the end of the day, the players still have to step onto the court and prove it. The Warriors are betting big with this decision, and the entire basketball world will be watching closely to see if it pays off. But one thing is certain, the Warriors are not standing still. They're not content to fade quietly into the background while other teams take the spotlight. They're making bold moves, taking risks, and forcing everyone to pay attention. Whether you love them or hate them, you can't ignore them. And that's exactly how the Golden State Warriors like it. So buckle up, because this season just got a whole lot more interesting. The last-minute decision that shocked the NBA is only the beginning, and you can bet there are more surprises coming down the road. The Warriors have thrown down the gauntlet, and now it's time to see who's ready to respond. And here's the question I'll leave you with. Did the Warriors just make the move that saves their dynasty, or did they just plant the seed of their downfall? Time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this is a moment that will be remembered for years to come.